Unit 731, The Secret Human Experiments of World War II. During World War II, significant global events shaped the course of history. While international attention was primarily directed toward Nazi Germany, another largely unrecognized atrocity was occurring in occupied China. This location was marked by extreme brutality. Many historians regard it as one of the most egregious human experiments in modern history. This facility was known as Unit 731. Inside these walls, scientists conducted experiments on living human subjects, men, women, children. In the 1930s, during this period, Imperial Japan expanded its territorial influence throughout Asia. Military leaders anticipated that future conflicts would involve not only conventional weaponry, such as bullets and bombs, but also the strategic use of disease as a weapon. One man became obsessed with this idea. This individual was Shiro Ishii, a Japanese military physician, brilliant, charismatic, dangerously ambitious. Ishii believed biological weapons could become the most powerful weapon on Earth. In 1936, the Japanese government established a covert research facility in occupied Manchuria near Harbin, China. This facility was officially designated as an epidemic prevention center. However, this designation was misleading. Its real purpose was human experimentation. The victims originated from diverse backgrounds. These included Chinese civilians, Russian prisoners, Koreans, political prisoners, and even children. Inside Unit 731, human beings were no longer regarded as individuals. Staff members referred to prisoners as logs, thereby reducing their identities to mere objects. They did not refer to them as patients, nor did they acknowledge them as humans. This psychological dehumanization facilitated the capacity of ordinary doctors and scientists to commit acts of extraordinary cruelty. The experiments conducted within Unit 731 were horrific. Prisoners were intentionally infected with deadly diseases: plague, cholera, anthrax, typhoid. Researchers sought to observe human physiological responses as they occurred. Some subjects were dissected while still alive. These procedures were conducted without the use of anesthesia. This approach was based on the belief that anesthesia might influence experimental outcomes. Some victims were confined within pressure chambers, resulting in ocular rupture due to extreme pressure differentials. Other individuals were subjected to exposure from flamethrowers, grenades, chemical weapons, or infected insects that transmitted disease. A significant number of victims experienced prolonged deaths. Other individuals were executed immediately following the conclusion of experiments. Historians estimate that thousands perished within the facility itself. Furthermore, hundreds of thousands of additional deaths may be attributed to biological attacks associated with Unit 731. The unit was also involved in the development of biological weapons, also engaged in activities beyond conducting experiments, was involved in the development of biological weapons. Japanese forces conducted biological warfare tests on Chinese cities and villages. Fleas were utilized as vectors to spread plague. Water supplies were deliberately contaminated as part of biological warfare strategies. Entire communities experienced illness as a result. Many individuals were unaware that they had been subjected to a military experiment. In 1945, Japan began losing the war. As Soviet forces advanced toward Manchuria, Unit 731 attempted to destroy evidence. Buildings were destroyed, documents burned, prisoners were killed, many researchers fled. One of the most shocking aspects of the story is revealed in its aftermath. After the war ended, unlike many Nazi scientists who were prosecuted following World War II, several leaders of Unit 731 were never brought to trial. This occurred because the United States sought to obtain their research. Historical investigations have demonstrated that. American authorities granted immunity to prominent members of Unit 731 in exchange for access to biological warfare data. Several former researchers later established themselves as respected doctors, scientists, and academics in post-war Japan. Unit 731 stands as one of the most significant warnings in modern history. It demonstrated how scientific advancement can become dangerous when ethical considerations are disregarded. The individuals involved in Unit 731 were not inherently different from others. Many participants were highly educated medical professionals. They also included scientists, researchers, and military officers. This consideration prompts a critical question. What are the consequences when intelligence is separated from humanity? History encompasses more than the commemoration of victories. It also involves acknowledging historical warnings. Unit 731 demonstrated how fear, war, nationalism, and unquestioning obedience can gradually lead ordinary individuals to commit acts of extreme cruelty. Perhaps the most disturbing part, a significant portion of the global population remains unaware that this event occurred. The victims of Unit 731 were stripped of their identities. They were also deprived of dignity. Justice was withheld from them. However, history preserves their memory. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. George Santayana. If this documentary provided insights not typically covered in standard history curricula, please consider sharing this video. Additionally, subscribe to the Secret Narrative YouTube channel to access further documentaries on hidden history, warfare, covert operations, power structures, and the systems influencing contemporary society.